Hello Scorpio, welcome to your spring equinox reading, your greatest concern. Going to be using a couple of decks for this reading. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm going to pull one Enchanted Map Oracle card from Colette Barn Reed to point or give a visual of where you may be in your timeline starting off the season. Two Cartomancy cards to show what your greatest concern may be, and then a 5-card tarot read to see what could be presented to you over the next 3 months. It may play out as far as future events, and then a Wild Offering Oracle card at the end to show us what a message from the divine as far as what you need to release to the divine in regards to your concern. Alright, so we got come together. This is, and I just noticed it's 8, and you're the 8th sign here, 8th house. I do feel like this is a place where many of you are merging together with another to create one, in a sense. Now, could be coming together to create a child, possibly. Could be coming together and merging lives in another way, merging homes, merging hearts, really feeling bonded in your connections with others, and others' resources, sharing resources, being very supportive of each other, and allowing a connection or relationship to transform each other, kind of in a magical way, and in a higher level too. So there's a sense of harmony, strong sense of harmony, and almost divine connection here that I'm getting. That some of you are bringing, you're either in a relationship that it's bringing you to that, or if it's not a relationship, some of you are coming and merging into a partnership where what you're bringing to the table and what the other side's bringing to the table is creating something pretty beautiful here, giving you a higher perspective, rising your vibration. Whoever you're connecting with or you are connected with is raising your vibration to a level that is pretty solid, pretty positive. So see what your concern is. Maybe greatest concern could be okay. So I feel that for some of you, there may be a concern that this feeling of security isn't going to last forever, or that it's going to leave your life, or there's a sense of we're here now, but what happens when we cross a bridge? There could be a bridge coming up, could be a matter of time, could be June, that something that is like that's going to separate you, or where a project will be finished or kind of over. So I feel that it's a concern for some of you that there's some type of movement from a space of security that you're concerned about. How can I hold on to this is what I'm kind of getting here. Holding on to this sense of beautiful togetherness and relating and merging, doing so peacefully, moving into the next level or next stage even. But I also kind of get the sense that for some of you there's a concern about a specific time coming up, where it may pull you apart from this individual, maybe physically, but then the connecting will have to be through, communication. It'll be a lot more, rather than it just like it being physical. For a time, there's going to be more phone calls and text messages and FaceTiming and things like that, rather than seeing each other. So I get a sense for some of you, there's something here where you're enjoying the moment with what this place is, where you're together with someone or a situation. if it's not a romance, because for everyone it may not be. It definitely could be something here with working with someone who is going to be retiring, or working with someone who's going to be moving on to another, um, or even you having to kind of leave someone who was a mentor or teacher, someone you've kind of gotten used to learning from, or help someone who's been guiding you in something here. It's almost kind of a, once you're ready, they will kind of let you go, or there will be a time where you have to move on, and that may be somewhat of a concern for you. Well, will we keep in touch? How will this change outside of us change our connection or relationship? So there's something here where I feel like you really want to hold on to that, and that's a concern for you. Will this person move on once they've achieved something here? You could be, again, working with someone where you're coming together. Again, it's a beautiful time, it's a beautiful thing, but there is like this upcoming event or situation that you're concerned of. Okay, so will this what will happen with this feeling of togetherness once the situation kind of occurs? So for some of you, it could be a graduation. For some of you, it could be something with the military going off, or it could be something else where someone is, a profession, something with their profession is going to be taking them a distance. So that's a concern. I feel like some of you are just really kind of cherishing the time and the moment that you have right now, and really kind of enjoying the stage where you are together. All right, let's look at your tarot cards and see what else we have. 5 cards, Scorpio, Sun, and Rising. I just look at too that some of you is like, there's a concern about an authority figure, a father figure, could be of your own, or of your partner, and their approval of maybe you deciding to maybe marry, if that's the concern. Some of you, I just don't know why I picked that up. For some of you, there could be some concerns. So we got the 3 of Swords with Malika Swords, 9 of Swords, 6 of Wands, Princess of Discs. Okay. So I really get a sense too that there is some concern for someone who does have kind of like a hard heart about a choice in a relationship. This could be someone, again, who's like a family member or authority figure for a person. It could be a partner, it could be your own, and kind of maybe you fitting into a family or a dynamic, or there being some people that you may feel like you have to kind of win over, that will take some time. I feel that it will take some time, but and for some of you, it could be your own fears or insecurities with what's coming up. I do feel like with these 2 cards, there is a sense of overcoming any difficulties that may be coming up, and so I feel like for some of you, you really released a lot of your feelings and concerns. You may have even been very vulnerable, or gotten very vulnerable within a relationship. And even though it can bring you closer, and bring you into more intimacy with your partner, there is kind of like this fear or concern that you have over that. Um, uh, Fearing. So some of you, it's I feel like your mind is on the future a little bit. Maybe it could be. I mean, you're clicking on this reading, which is kind of the nature of these, is to kind of look ahead a little bit. But if it is to ease your worries about what's coming up, that may feel like it's a threat to your closeness or relationship here, I do feel like there's a new beginning, even around the corner with this. Okay, this is kind of like one stage, and there's this deepening of a bond here, but as things change, there will be this sense of you've had a very solid bonding experience here that I do feel will just strengthen your relationship, even if you do have to take some time apart at some point in time, as it comes with work, or some other career or something here that's going to be taking someone away from you. Now, for all, that's not for all of you. So some of you here, I do get a sense that there's this feeling of guilt by letting someone, some of you over the next 3 months, I feel will be, I'm getting a sense of a little bit harsh, or there being a harsh communication, tough conversation. I want to say too, there's something here in a public way, and this could be having to do with social media, that is an energy that may be attempting to either distract you or put some fear into you. There's something here that's worrying you about, like almost needing to protect your relationship from the public eye. Some of you may feel like there's a need to do that, or there's something here that you need to keep sacred or protect, especially as a relationship maybe goes through a fragile stage. Fragile in the sense of maybe needing to separate. I do get a sense of there's jealous energy. There is jealous energy, and it's almost like with okay, so I do feel like for some of you, there's this someone who feels threatened by your relationship and will be I feel like there's like a release of information that is not going, but I almost get a sense of it backfiring on that person. Someone showing or attempting to put something out on display for the world to see here that may challenge your relationship. But I get a sense that what it may only do is now here was with the ending with the Princess of Discs. I'm kind of getting here, this is something here where someone is like, I mean, there could be pictures or text messages or something here where someone is trying to kind of put out in public, or even kind of like bring towards your partner, or some type of communication to you about your partner. So that's something here that could be a challenge that some of you may be experiencing over the next 3 to 6 months. There may be a challenge to the bond that you have in a situation. I'm gonna leave that there. So for others of you, where you may be in a situation where you're merging together with a mentor or someone who's maybe teaching you here, you may have some a crisis in confidence within yourself, but don't self-sabotage yourself in feeling like you're not good enough or you can't do something on your own, because I do get a sense that there will be some support for what it is that you're maybe going into, as maybe starting off as an apprentice, maybe getting into starting something new on your own. I do feel like you have had a good solid start where you will be kind of the student becoming the master eventually. So don't be worried about kind of allowing someone to let go of your hand when it comes to something here to do with career or work that you're going to be doing here. Now, I'm really getting kind of a really strong message about something here that like something here public here. Someone's maybe trying to um, I feel like just be careful with your communication. It could be with others, maybe if it's outside of your relationship, if you're in a relationship, because that's where I see it. It feels like there's some sense of threat to your security, but it doesn't necessarily have to just do with some type of event or a movement that's coming up in the future, near future. It's like it's also coinciding with there being someone who's maybe attempting to interfere in some way. So that's something I guess that you would be needing to look out for. How you handle that situation is what's going to be imperative as far as, you know. Um, but I do get a sense that some of you are in a situation where there's someone who's helping you heal, someone who's kind of been there with you. There's this sense of like you sharing or bonding. Now, for those of you who are single, you could be sharing or bonding with someone, you know, your past uh, pain, guilt, things that keep you up at night. There could be someone who's helping you overcome that by opening up a bit and kind of showing you like, you know, you're not alone. I have those same wounds, and you know, kind of, you know, working on healing together. Maybe a new journey that some of you are on, where you're working on healing but working with others to do so. um, this is a healing card too, so some of you are like wanting to move on. So I also get it too, so some of you um father issue here, I'm getting here, needing to heal over maybe a sense of abandonment issues that some of you may have, um or some other type of communication, needing to kind of move on from that, needing to heal from some past hurt, maybe father figure issues here. um I do get a sense that for some of you, there's like a kind of a chance to kind of gain some support. Like there's like a supportive energy around that, like realizing you're not alone in that. But there's something here where there's like a worry and concern. But don't. For some of you, it's don't make it a self-fulfilling prophecy. So there's something here where it's like try to keep the positivity of what you have bonded with in a situation or what you've learned from a situation. Try not to let the pessimistic thoughts or things that haunt you come into your mind and affect your future. Even, you know, I'm getting this as a past energy, but it could be something that is resurfacing. I'm also kind of getting, though, that for someone, there could be someone that betrays your trust with a secret. So be careful who you tell your secrets to, especially in moments where you are feeling vulnerable. Because I do feel like for some of you, what could be, as far as being revealed that you don't want to be, could be something where you shared someone, you thought you were sharing in confidence, or you wanted to share in confidence, and there's someone who just may be taking that and using it as an advantage. Now, oh my goodness, not so. Now I'm figuring out, for some of you, there may be something here as far as what you're revealing that you, or there's someone here that may be trying to hold something over your head, and like it's almost like an extortion. Like if you don't want me to tell or show the world what you told me, then pay me, something here like that. I'm sorry, that's just kind of what I saw automatic, like it just came like, whoa, okay. So hopefully all of you aren't, of course all of you are not dealing with that, but that may be something where you need to look out for who you communicate with, who you tell and share and open up so much of yourself with, because there could be someone who feels like they can use that as some type of leverage over you. So definitely just be careful about that. That's all I could really say. That's just kind of what is being presented here. So some of you, through the situation, and for some of you, you may even have an inkling or know who this person is, but again, I feel like there's a reason to have your guard up. If someone is showing you any jealous tendencies or any tendencies, or even if they're saying it jokingly, as far as being jealous and they're around you, take your power to cut them off. Even if, they smile on your face, definitely there's someone here that you just really have to be careful about. That I feel, and if you've been worried that there is someone that is a threat to your happiness in your circle, especially, from this bond that you feel that you have, especially starting in the beginning of spring, definitely pay attention to that, because there is a reason for it. Okay. Let's look into what your oracle card has to say. Some of you too need to be careful. Well, if you're not looking for, because for some of you, if it's not a secret revealed, it could be for some of you in a time of weakness, where again, self-sabotaging a bond. Could be something here where, if you were to step out of a relationship, there possibly could produce a child that may go public. Okay, I'm ready to end your reading, Scorpio. I'm just seeing too much here. Okay, what do we have? Oh, that's 2 cards. I don't want to take 2 cards. I'm going to choose 1. So yeah, distance may try your relationship, and if it's on your side, it could be on the other person's side. But either way, I feel that you're going to see what you need to see. Courage. Okay, so divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going, do it, don't worry, all will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. Dear divine, may I feel your courage and your will. So this is a very good message, especially too for those of you who are about to step into a space where you're leaving what you would call your comfort zone, or leaving where someone has led you to a place where you're not going to be left out on your own. It's kind of, just be brave about it. Go for it. There could be a solid new beginning that comes about it. These again could be fears and worries that are all in your head, but they also could just be this sense of, feel the fear and do it anyway. There could be, other ways of, again, where you need to be brave and, even if, there's a situation that is threatening your sense of peace, your sense of togetherness with someone, or relationship, again, stay strong regardless. I know it's easier said than done, but however it comes to you, I just feel like that's what the message is for you to, feel the courage of the divine, and their will, and all will be well. Keep going. Don't do it. Don't worry. All will be well. So that is your reading, Scorpio. I do hope it was helpful. And if you would like a personal reading, the information is below. Again, keep in mind these messages are general. If it doesn't resonate for you, it's not a message for you. Check your sun, your moon, and your rising. If your sun didn't address your concern, then your moon or your rising may do that for you. Thanks for watching. Take care.